Well, not much of a description on this one, but the feedback is pretty awesome. This one is called the 42121 SIRJUR, named after the creator DorkSirjur. I love that name. But apparently he did use Manchester United in his test, and I will get into this in a minute, but he used it as a non-holiday save. He took care of every match, did everything for him, got an 11-0 thrubbing against Burnley, so he absolutely crushed them in this one. But this is where the feedback comes in. There's not a lot of a description besides that screenshot. So someone did say, I did a simple test on Premier League with Manchester United in vacation and basically got bang on average or worse. 8th place, 10 losses, 11 draws, and only 17 wins. Good offense and awful defense. So that's one person. DorkSirjur responded saying, yeah, when I holiday, it's been bang average. That's why I never put holiday sim results through a lot of years. Had rubbish holiday tactics, smashed it in the past. This time, not so much. Another person did ask how they did in their first season with this tactic. DorkSirjur did respond saying, won the league, FA Cup final, Champions League semis, and binned off the League Cup as who cares? So I am not expecting much in this holiday sim that we are going to do with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. But we might as well go through the process and just see how it went. Well, taking a look at the Premier League, yeah, I would say even worse than bang on average for this save at least. Liverpool in 5th. They do get Champions League, but still 77 points. Aston Villa in 9th with only 51. We have definitely seen better. Liverpool's domestic cup run, however, they are out in the Carabao Cup 4th round, 2-2 in penalties to Manchester United, funny enough. But they do get to the FA Cup final after beating Ipswich Town, thrubbing Ipswich Town. But they get to the FA Cup final, winning against Manchester City, 3-3 in penalties. And unfortunately out against Atletico Madrid in the Europa League semi-finals. Not very good. So overall, yeah, they've got a fantastic FA Cup there. You do have the semifinals. I guess it's not that bad, but in the Europa League, but everything else really just did not come up to snuff. And you see it in the lack of green that they usually get. But goals, 39 for Nunez, 31 for Jota, Salah with 25. Assists, 22 for Joe Gomez, McAllister with 20. And average rating, Darwin Nunez with a 7.76. Wow, 7.66 for Salah. That's really impressive. Yeah, but Van Dijk only at a 7.02. I mean, Konate with a 7.06. We could have seen a bit better of a defense. Switching things up to Aston Villa's domestic cup run, Carabao Cup 3rd round immediately out against Manchester United 1-2, and then the FA Cup 4th round in a replay against Leicester is where you lose out there. And ouch, out in the Conference League knockout play round against Marseille. So overall, yeah, not the greatest of seasons for Aston Villa. And squad-wise, I mean, you got some green, but yeah, not a lot right there, and that hurts. 32 goals, though, for Diaby, Zaniolo with 22, and those are the only ones in double digits. 13 assists from McGinn, 12 for Matty Cash, and then average rating, you get Moussa Diaby with a 7.12. Data Hub, Liverpool dribbling per game is just inverted completely, but the rest of the attacking numbers aren't bad at all, especially for them. Defensively, yeah, that is where it's kicking it out. 3.05 goals per game, 1.39 conceded, 1.54 XG against. That is definitely higher than what we usually see, on all accounts. Aston Villa, everything kind of sucks. I mean, you got some attacking numbers, but my God, only 1.82 goals per game, 2.03 conceded is definitely worse, as is 2.02 XG against. Premier League stats, though, of course, we're back on this screen. 5th place Liverpool with 2.03 points per game, Aston Villa in 9th with 1.34. But on to the heart of the stats, you get Liverpool in 1st with 116 goals. So yeah, the attacking side is definitely there. The defensive pieces just aren't. Aston Villa do make it to 7th with 69. Most possession, Liverpool making the list with 52%. Most tackles won, Aston Villa making the list with 882. And then most shots for Liverpool with 686, Villa with 525. But now, with not really the best of luck in the Premier League, how do you think Ipswich Town fared in the Championship? Well, kind of surprising, not so much though. Ipswich come in 1st place, 101 points, 139 goals. They did very well. I mean, only 1 point above Leicester, but still champions of the Championship. Domestic Cups out against Swansea in the Carabao Cup 2nd round, 0-1, and we already saw an absolute thumping against Liverpool in the FA Cup quarterfinals. You got to the quarters though. That's pretty good, especially after beating Arsenal. Wow. So overall, quarters of the FA Cup is fantastic. Championship champions, yeah, I would take it. Squad-wise, I mean, they've got the same amount of green as Aston Villa do. But 36 goals for Hurst is phenomenal, 24 for Chaplin, 24 assists for Leif Davis, Chaplin with 16, and then Leif Davis gets the top with a 7.46 average. Well, this one should be nice and quick. The championship stats. Ipswich with most points per game, 2.20. Most goals in first with 139. And most shots for with 833. So let us take a look at this 4-2-1-2-1 or 4-3-3 or whatever you want to call it. Sweeper keeper in attack is where we start. Wingbacks in attack on the left and the right. We got a ball-playing defender in cover next to another ball-playing defender in cover. We got a Segunda Volantes on both sides in attack, sandwiched between a ball-winning midfielder in support. We got pressing forwards in attack and an advanced forward in attack up front. Very attacking mentality, which could be part of the problem, at least when you're holidaying. In possession, though, attacking width is wide. Approach plays pass into space. Play out of defense. Passing directness is slightly more direct. Tempo is much higher. Low crosses. Run at defense and be more expressive. In transition, regroup, counter, slow pace down, and distribute to the fullbacks. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line. Trigger press much more often. Prevent your goalkeeper distribution and get stuck in. So how did it do for our three teams? In this save, in this tactic, Ipswich really the only one faring well. I mean, the biggest issue it looks like is the person in the comments of this tactic on the page I got this from is definitely right. Your attacking side is phenomenal. As you can see with Ipswich Town, 139 goals is just through the roof. Your defense, though, on the other hand, is a problem. Looking at Liverpool and Aston Villa, I mean, yeah, they leaked a bunch of goals. 53 goals against for Liverpool. Aston Villa with, 77? So yeah, there's problems there that you need to figure out and shore up. The very attacking does not help when it comes to this, but, strong defense can lessen it a little. But yeah, this is definitely one that you need to take control of. It is not for a holiday sim, as proven time and time again, apparently, especially as we see here. So keep that in mind as you look at this. But if you take control of this, it might work wonders. But anyway, that is it for me, 7FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.